YouTube. Now, this is not a political channel, but I want to get something off my chest, and it's been a week of tremendous upheaval, more so than I've ever seen in my lifetime. So I'm gonna fucking talk about it, if you don't mind. So we're a week after the fabled Brexit, where the UK voted, I almost said unanimously, but that would be a barefaced lie, voted to quit the European Union and just go on their own. Just leave the EU 100% and just make it on their own, man. We're gonna follow our dreams, reach for the stars. Everything's gonna be rosy. We're all racist, all of that. Yeah. Now, I was surprised what happened, certainly. I'm going to get something off my chest first and foremost. I've decided not to talk about Brexit for so long because I felt I did not have a right to talk about Brexit as I did not vote. Which is hard to say out loud. It was not due to apathy. It was not because I didn't care about what was going on. It was not because it was not because I didn't think anything was going to change. The issue is too large and too societally just enormous to ignore. So I wasn't not going to vote on it just through sheer can't be arseness. But I was out for the day. I was hiking with my fiance. We were halfway down the road, and I realized I'd forgotten my wallet with my photographic ID in it. She wouldn't turn back for me to go get it. That was it. And then after the hike, we went back and we went home and we went back to bed, and that was the end of it. I will say this: my fiance was the apathetic type. She wasn't very clued up about it. She didn't really think how this was going to have any immediate effect on her, so I talked her into voting for the Yes movement, and that's fine, the Yes movement, for the Remain camp. So there's that. So I'm glad that happened. So that I like to think that was my vote, and I was relieved to see that the majority of Northern Ireland, the 56%, were like, no, let's stay, let's remain in the EU. We're not mad. Let's keep on here. And if Northern Ireland, a place that's generally can't be agreed on anything, has almost overwhelmingly decided, you know what, let's stay as we are. We're happy now. That's amazing. Imagine my amazement when we wake up on Thursday morning and we're leaving the EU. The domino effect caused by this was staggering. So, like that morning after the votes had been counted, Nigel Farage, sorry, has already said, oh no, that 350 million we were talking about to invest in the NHS, the one that we had on the side of a bus that swayed a lot of the voters. Yeah, I can't guarantee that. I mean, we have money that we're going to invest in the NHS, but I didn't say it was going to be that amount, which is like that morning, not even days, not even down the line, not even like complications or Obama with his change is what we can believe in. Change is hard. Let's just take some time. Not even that with the slow burn. Just what? No. What are you talking about, fam? I didn't say that. David Cameron is resigning. The Brexit referendum was his idea in the first place. He did it to get his back shadow MPs off his back, and it turned around and bit him in the arse because everyone made the insane choice of voting out. And now he's resigning. He's got 3 months staying on, 3 months as caretaker, and he's like, I did this. I'm not going to clean it up. I'm out of here. Sinn Féin, the Northern Ireland Nationalist Party, are declaring for a united Ireland. They're putting a petition out there to see if we can do that so that the island of Ireland can stay in the EU because that's their best shot. It's a little opportunistic, certainly. Do I think it's going to happen? Not really. But if it was ever going to happen, now would be when it's going to happen. It's who was it? I can't remember who the hell said it. I think it was Connolly, but somebody said back in regards to World War One, England's difficulty is Ireland's opportunity, and seemingly 100 years later, it's still that. My God. So that's a thing that's happening. Scotland is going to vie for its own independence again and join the EU because they know what's up. And the EU themselves have said, okay, if you're out, you're out. There's no second chances. It's not a slow burn. It's a band-aid. We're just going to rip you off. You're gone. Uh, this, so that's amazing. Trade is gone mad. The pound has plummeted to a 30-year low, but they reckon that's going to happen. It'll stabilize anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. Irish passports in Northern Ireland, they're all sold out. There's such a backlog because that day everyone was going, all right, we need an Irish passport. We want to be part of the EU. This is mad. The border controls can be insane. The trade's going to be insane. Holidays are going to be madness. My son's passport was sent off for an application a week beforehand, and then we've got it back unscathed, certainly. But Jesus, it was a scary time, and I'm scared for him. I'm a parent, and I'm scared for the society we're entering into. I mean, yes, there's a petition for it to be voted for again. I don't know if that's going to get off the ground, guys, but whatever. I worry about what this society is going to do. I mean, we're less than 10 years from a recession, the recession of 2008, the crash, and for the UK to want to go it alone is madness after that. It might be doing well, but it's not doing anywhere near as well as it thinks it is. I mean, and also, speaking of madness, there's utter insanity on the streets right now. A lot of people are viewing this as a means to legitimize racism, xenophobia. It's a real culture shock. It doesn't bode well for the leaving camp. I don't understand what that's about, but it's really, really bad, and nobody seems to be stamping it out because UKIP are quite racist. But it's a really ugly, hot mess. And I really am genuinely, no jokes, scared right now. I'm scared for the society that my son's entering into and going to be growing up now. I wonder about this. I don't want him to be having to struggle or anything like that. But that's, I don't know, builds character, I guess. I don't know. I don't want the country I live in to just sort of throw off the years of progress and financial stability that we've had since then, and we continue to have. Northern Ireland in and of itself, among the UK, is quite small. It doesn't have a lot in terms of export. All we have is tourism and a few things. And as soon as Game of Thrones ends, we got to find another thing. So there's that. It's tricky, dude. It's if the UK at large thinks they can go on their own, and they don't because Scotland wants to be part of the EU still, then that doesn't bode well for the country I live in. So it's utter madness. I mean, when an MP, when she's out canvassing, can get shot down by a madman called Death to Traitors, Freedom for Britain. I mean, holy hell! And the fact that this has now meant people are being told, children in schools are being told that they voted, people voted out. It's time for them to go. I'm getting a 1930s Berlin vibe here. It's very, very worrying. I hope we're a week on now. I'm hoping things have calmed down. We know Boris Johnson's not going for the leadership of the Tories, so that's something, I guess. But it's just really odd, man. I mean, Nigel Farage went to an EU referendum. And what did he do? He kind of showed up, said, I told you so, called them some names, and was just generally a bit of an arsehole about it. There's no two ways around it. So, those are all of my thoughts on the Brexit. I really hope things improve. I really hope this is not set in stone. I really hope there's time to fix this in whatever way, shape or form we can. I hope there's a way out. I hope this hasn't doomed the country for 10, 20, 50 years of insanity and economical disarray and maelstrom and all, and bad words, bad ominous words, and just imagine I said all of those. It'll make me sound far more intelligent. Those are my thoughts on the Brexit. If you like this vid, and it's not a political vid, this is not a political channel, but sometimes I've just gotta complain on YouTube, so I did. And if you like this channel, if you like these vids, please subscribe, like, share, view, and all the usual jazz. And I'll see you next week for some more general nerd shit. Normal broadcasting will resume shortly.